So we're live with Big Trust right here. Big Trust. Happy New Year's, man. How are you?
Good, you coach.
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. Episode 2 of Champion Beyond the Huddle. We got another Baylor School football player right here. So, other than Big Trust, if you could tell people your full name just to get started.
My name is Bradley Illunga.
You're originally from Quebec, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So let's just start from the beginning. Okay, so Champion Beyond the Huddle. First of all, I'm always excited to get athletes who are here who just want to do something for themselves, who want to use this game and to their advantage, not only within the football realm, but for life, so they can inspire other people to do the same. So you obviously started playing football in Quebec. You transition right now to Baylor School, but before that, okay, tell me a little bit about you. Who is Bradley ultimately?
Basketball always been my first sport. I was always wanted to play basketball, and I arrived at in high school, and one of the principals told me like you should try football. I was like, I don't know, and yeah, I went to practice, and I just loved it. And Coach Fist been by my side the whole time. He was like my first coach, so he's still the head coach at TCL right now, and he just made me like fall in love with the sport, and yeah, it's pretty much it.
And how old were you when you started playing?
Like 13.
13? Okay,
13,
cool.
yeah.
I'd love for you to tell us a little bit about Coach Fist, because I have a story I have to tell you about Coach Fist. He's a little bit older than I am. I used to play running back for the LaSalle Warriors. He played for the Chattagee Raiders, and then he went on to play for Vanier, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
me, as I was getting recruited, I ended up going to Vieux. But one thing I remember going to Vanier indoor winter practices. There was a lot of competition, people going after each other. But I remember Pascal, Coach Fist, always kind of taking me under his wing, always looking to welcome new talent in, and it just showed me a lot of who he was as a person. I ended up going to Vieux, but always had a lot of respect for him. So if you could tell us just what it was like playing for this man and what type of impact he had on your journey.
Coach Fist is really a great coach. He's just like if you want to work, he's gonna push you. Like you don't have to be good, you don't have to be like a star. Like he really like if you want to work, he's gonna be by your side and like be on your ass and like it's just like I always like he won't like force you to train, but if you're there, like you have to make it happen. And like I just love the way he coach. He's really humble. He don't like he's not in all that like he don't have like a pride or like something. You don't even want us to like tag him on like some post and everything. He just want us to work, and it's really
Mm.
that. And he's just like the first coach that really like pushed me and like made the player I am today.
Really cool. Because the thing about football, too, I find, and I'd love to get your opinion on that, is that if you want to go as far as you can, okay, obviously you need talent, but you also need the right people around you. And the
Exactly.
thing with a lot of younger players sometimes, and it's human nature, is that I find a lot of coaches get too involved in the process sometimes. And here's what I mean. Coach Fist, from my understanding, it was never about him. Like he played his game. Now it's your turn. So it's all about you, and whatever decisions you make, they're yours to make. And I respect that, and I feel it should be like that because it's not always like that. Am I correct, or is that how you see it also?
Yeah, but like it's like it was really like a 50-50 at TCL because like my head coach was Coach Ball and he played for he's the head coach at Yahano right now, Elan U1 CJEP. and like he was really intense. He was really intense. He was really like by the book with us, and like Coach Fizz, on the other end was like our strength coach, conditioning. So like yeah, you was like it was like 50-50, but like yeah, you need that. Sometimes there's some players that need like coach like behind their backs, especially when you have like good talent or uh like a great potential. Yeah.
Do you feel like transitioning from basketball helped you in football at first because that was your first sport? Kind of like me, I used to play basketball too, but I was always physical. So, what do you think?
I don't think so. I don't think no, I think the fact that yeah, I don't think basketball like helped me transition to football. It's just like I was already like an athlete. It's just that. But like not really.
And when you started playing the game, um, what was your parents' mindset on that? Were they all in for it? Or did they know about the game, or did they just simply learn the game because of you?
My parents, like first when I started, they were like, "Yeah, all right, okay, it's good, it's good, it's good." And like when COVID came, I started to like train for real. Like after, like before, like yeah, like so what I'll do, like I wouldn't train. Like I was not training and all. I was just like playing football because I liked it. And after like I saw like everyone of CCL, the older guys like going like to the states and everything, going D1, CJ, so it motivate me. And like my parents like saw that they were like, oh, you training hard and everything. So like they're just like pushing me every day too, and like wishing me the best. And like after like they went to some games when I was like older, secondaire 4, secondaire 4 et secondaire 5. They went to some games and they saw like
It was real. It
yeah,
was
it
real.
was real. It was real. And after like my senior season at CCL, they're like there were some coaches that hitting me up on Twitter and everything. So like they saw it was real because like
Mm.
they have different mentalities because like they're not from here. My parents from Congo. They're born in Congo, so it's in Middle Africa. But so yeah, it's kind of like hard for me to explain them, but like now they know. Like at first it was hard; they didn't know about football, nothing.
I understand because I'm African too. I'm from Cameroon, and
Nice.
the thing also that I find is good when you have African parents mostly is that it's about education first, and I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that's what it is for you.
yeah,
In the end, what matters to them is that you succeed at whatever it is that you're doing, and if football helps you do that, then it's good for them, right? So, okay, so if we kind of stay on that, okay, because now you went from CCL to Baylor.
yeah.
How was that process? And how much were your parents involved in that process at first, just to kind of guide you in making the right decisions for you?
The whole process was really crazy. I talked to a lot of schools when in about like this period, like January. This why now I started to talk to like all the prep school. So I talked to like many prep school, Clearwater, Macaulay, Baylor, and everything. So like yeah, my parents was like, yeah, we have to look for like financial aid, school, like how they like the school was like their culture about like yeah school. And yeah, I had some friends, Noah, Max, that was already here. It's like they get to talk to me, Chosen on the other side, Jason Tiller and everyone. So yeah, uh my friends, they really like they really trust me in that process. Like at the end of the day, they were giving me some advice about like, oh, you should go there, you should go there. But at the end of the day, it wasn't about like money or education or something. It was just like what do you want to do? Because like at the end of the day, my dad always told me like I can tell you to go somewhere, and after if you don't like it, you'll say it's my fault. So I really want you to like I really want you to be like comfortable in that decision. And yeah, like centrally, I think like my parents really helped me in that process. I'm really grateful for like the decision I made. Like, yeah,
Really cool stuff, man. And obviously also you going to Baylor, you talked about it, a really important word when it comes to football or anything else. For me, it's culture, right?
yeah,
Culture, because you need to be sure that you're in a place that fits your values, but that can also develop you, that you're comfortable with, but that your family's comfortable with. So what do you like about the culture at Baylor? Why is it home for you?
like I'm a strong believer. Like I really pray. I pray a lot. I pray really a lot. I just felt like God told me like Baylor's the place for me, and like for real, it is like Baylor's really like the culture is really like love. I just feel like everyone around like really happy. There's joy. Like everyone, like everyone's really like nice here. It's just like it feels good to be here, even when you're having a bad day. Like everyone got your back. It's just like I really love Baylor. It's just the love culture is crazy here, and like it's really good to be here.
Really cool. And I find as you continue to develop, because the thing is that the player that you are now is a good player, obviously, but it's nothing compared to the player you're gonna be, right? So you want to develop into that player. And I find in football, just like any other sport, your environment, the trust that people have in you, and now they push you to help you develop matters, right? Matters. So if you could tell us, this is a two-layered question, okay? If you could tell us about the player that you are now, okay? What is
Yeah,
that player? Who is that player? And the player that you're gonna be once you leave Baylor and you're ready to hit that next level. Like, where are you going in your trajectory? What are you working on?
really it's really on everything. It's on and off the field for real. Like I really train. I have a great strength coach here. I really trained with him like 4 or 5 times a week, and like I just feel like when I'm gonna quit Baylor, I'll be like more mature, more ready for college. Like Baylor, like Baylor is really nice to be here, but like it will challenge you. Like it will challenge you. Sometimes you'll have like a lot of homeworks. Sometimes you have games, you have film. Like football is like 6 times a week here. 6 times a week, you have practice on like um Sundays sometimes. So like you have to stay focused. And like now, I just feel I just feel like uh I just be grinding. Like I'm like really hard on myself right now because I want to have like a really good season, senior season, and last season was like we fell short. So like we really have like that taste in our mouth. So like everyone's really focused right now. And yeah, Baylor is just gonna prepare me to be like a better man, a better student, a better player, like in all aspects. It's just it's just more than just football.
Mm, I love that. I love that. And you know what I love even more as I listen to you talk is that when you talked about the pandemic at first, a few years back, I was speaking to a lot of different athletes trying to help out wherever I could, and I could tell that certain athletes, it was breaking them just being away from football that long, not having that structure, that direction, and other athletes just went all in. They said whether they're giving it to me or not, I'm taking it, I'm building. And I feel like you took that route, and it kind of leads you to who you are today and on that trajectory. You're taking control of your own destiny, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, honestly, I really want to give like a shout out to my brother and Ahmel. It's been some guys that like this guy's been on my side the whole time. Like when the pandemic started, we started to do the cards. You know Ray Lewis, how like he used to train. We used to do the cards like
Yeah, yeah,
every
yeah, yeah.
day. We started like once a day, and after like twice a day. And after we were stretching, we were doing some extra work. And now Ahmed's playing for Notre Dame now. He's a D tackle for Notre Dame in the state in Indiana. So it's really like how like his senior year, and he's come from like a public school, so like it's really nice to now to see him that he went to the state. He played at Woodbury for us for 2 years, and after he went to Notre Dame, it's just like we came from really far, and is when I started to like take football serious. So it's just like never give up, and like the pandemic, it was hard. It was hard for every athlete to like not play football and everything. But like without that, I don't think I would have been like I would be here. So like
Mm,
so yeah.
really cool, man. And you guys are a testament to the talent that there is in Quebec and in Canada that a lot of people don't necessarily know about. I know there's a big conversation right now because in my mind, let's say me, I went to CJEP, and from CJEP I went D1 after that. Me and my brother. You took a different route. And I feel like this is cool because there's not one way, right? There's not one way. So if you could talk about the way that you chose and why you chose that way to go more like the prep school route and why it fit you more, let's say.
Like I always wanted to like go to the state. I just felt like CJET was a good route, but I just felt like state you have like more exposures. Like here we have some coaches that come like every day, even like on the season. You like Josh Heupel, the head coach from Tennessee was like in the sideline on the sideline like the game we played against Lipscomb. It's just like you the exposure is like really like is here. Like
Yeah.
many athletes in CJEP have to go to camps like on the summer, like yeah, I have to get seen. So I just feel like it's just like easier for me to go to the
Mm,
state right now and like have exposure and everything. But CJEP route, like many, like every NFL player went to CJEP first. That was from Canada. And every guys that went to pros went to like CJEP. So like CJEP is still a good route. I just feel like if we had more exposure in CJEP, I wouldn't go to state. Like my main goal is to show like everyone that in Canada we have talents. In Canada we have some ballers, and like I just feel like we like many state coaches like underestimate the level of football in Canada. It's just
yeah. Yeah. I guess on both sides, it's a matter of just of knowing. And what I mean by that is that I feel like a lot of Quebec players know what they know, but they don't necessarily have a broader view of what's out there for them.
yeah.
And if what's out there is not necessarily does not fit them, it's okay to be in CJEP. That's okay. But I find the more you know and the more that you're informed, you're definitely exposed to something that maybe it's foreign to a lot of other players, but for you, it definitely fits and it shows you a different route quicker, maybe with more information, all of that stuff. But at the same time, I feel you need to be about it. You need to be the right person. You need to be mature, disciplined, ready to go, which you are. And if there's a super talented player in Quebec who doesn't have those traits, maybe leaving from home is going to destroy them. They're not ready.
Yeah, exactly. Like go to the state is not for everyone. Like it really, like you said, really have to fit with everything. The trends you have to be disciplined. You have to be like it's nice to be in the state, but like if you come here and like you
It's
find
not
it
a
hard.
vacation, right?
Yeah, it's not a vacation. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
if you come here, you have to be focused. You have to be like, yeah, like it's really like you have 2 years. Like the season, you get to have 3 years, and like it's really like short term. It's really like, yeah, I don't know how to say it. It's just, yeah.
So Bradley, what what does football mean to you? I'm curious to know. What does it mean to you?
Football is really like everything. Like football like is really part of my life. Like I train to go for I like to play football. Like when I have a practice, I like to have football. It's just like I don't know how to explain it, what it means to me. It's just like it's really part of my life. Football's been part of my life, and I just feel like football. The the cool part about football is just like I can go to like the best college in the world and like play football and still like want to become like the man I want to become. Like it's just like I get to study wherever I want if like I put the work in.
I'll expand on that question. Okay. So football can help you definitely open opportunities for you, right? It can
Yeah.
help you become the man you want to become. I'm curious to know who is that man, because you are becoming that man right now. You are on that first step. There's ways to go. Who is that man ultimately?
Football, yeah.
It's a
To
good
come back
question.
to the to come back to the point, football creates man. It's real. And who is that man? I want to be. I want to like be in the health system and everything. Like I want to become like a nurse or like dentist or some things like that. And yeah, I just want to be a better man and just like football create character, football create like everything. And like especially in the football team, you see some shy person, you see like some shy person, you see some people that they don't say nothing, but when they between their four lines, it's another man.
Mm,
It's another man. It creates a
mm.
man. So like I just feel like football week is like the best way for me to become like the man I want to be, and I want to
Really
become like
cool.
a nurse or like a dentist or something like that.
Do you have people in your family who are in the health system?
Yeah, my aunt, uh, my mom, yeah, I have some like
So shout out to them. They definitely
yeah,
transferred that passion and that vision onto you, to
yeah.
inspire you.
I always wanted to like help people. When help people is just like I want to be in the health system. Like yeah,
And I see in the back you had the Jesus, right? In the flag.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Jesus
perfect.
is king.
Jesus is king. And you said you're a believer. I'm a believer too. Actually, I'd like to tell you something, Bradley, about that I find is really cool and we should keep in mind. Okay, is that you talked about in football, you could have a shy person, but once they show up on that field, they're a different person. Something clicks up. I truly believe that we all have that within us, where in one end you can be gentle, you can be loving, you can make a difference, you can help people, but on the other end, never forget you're a warrior at the same time, right? And that's what football allows you to fully put in perspective and keep it for everything else, because that's what you are. You might be smiling on one end and be all nice, but you're a warrior at the same time, and there's a time for both in life.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, my dad say that every time. Honestly, he say like there's a time for everything. There's time for to go out. There's time to focus. You really have to make the switch. And
Mm,
like yeah, it's really it's really true.
perfect.
Honestly.
So I have a couple more questions for you, especially if we stay in that topic. Okay, is that becoming the man you want to be, which is someone that wants to help people, right?
Yeah,
Definitely help people, and I
yeah,
love that. Um, One thing I've realized, but I realized it after playing the game, game, and you might find it weird, okay, is that I was like you where I loved football, absolutely, right? And once I got done playing the game, I realized that I will always love the game of football, but there were things in football that I really, really, really loved, right? There were things in the game. But the thing is that once you stop playing and you don't have football anymore, for you, I hope you have football for a very long time. If you know what those things are, you can recreate these things outside of football and have the same passion. So I'm curious to know the things that are in football, like pushing yourself, finding out what you're about, being a leader. I don't know what it is for you. What are these things in football that like light you up every single day?
It's just like football. What I like about football is just like the trust and the love we have for each other. Like I've been to every team I've been. Like there was some trust, there was some love. When the game is on the line, final drive, no matter what's gonna happen, like we have our backs. We have our backs, and like I believe I trust you. I put my like I know you go to the war for me. You go to war for me. I'll go to war for you. So it's just like it's just like how I can recreate that somewhere. It's just like football. Everyone can be a leader. You don't have to speak every time. You can be a silent leader. Like you can be. It's just by your action you can be a leader. There's some people that's gonna speak. There's some people that's gonna act. It's just like everyone gets to be their own leader. So when you go in life, you can inspire each other. Like whatever you do in life, either you become like a nurse or I don't know. It's just like you you be your own leader in life, and
I love
yeah,
that, man. Baylor's got a good one, Bradley.
yeah,
I love hearing that from you at such a young age, with so much more ahead of you, that you
yeah,
understand that already. Because you're so right. Like in football, I find a lot of people in everyday life don't know what you're talking about because they haven't lived it. Like
yeah,
just looking at someone across from you and knowing exactly who they are, and knowing that for the rest of your life you can count on that guy because you know what they're about, because you're doing it. You're putting words aside, you're putting action ahead. That's super cool, man. That's super cool.
yeah, exactly.
Nice. Okay. And I have two last questions for you. Okay.
Yeah.
I have two last questions. If you were to look at athletes back home who are looking at you right now and they're inspired by you, and they're like, man, I wanna follow in the same path that Bradley is following, what would you tell them?
I'll tell them to be them, like to be their like be yourself, like maybe I have some best guys. My one of my best friends are in C-Check right now, so it's just like just be yourself. Just trust God and and know like everything come like everything is earned. Like it's not given. So you just have to really have to work for it. It doesn't matter like where you go. If you don't have the opportunity to go to the state, it's just like show that you should be there. Show that you can be D1. You can go D1 without like going to the state, and like life is life is like it's choice. Like you have to make sometimes you have to make sacrifice. Sometimes like you have to not go out, not like party your time, not just go home, do your homework, or just get that extra sleep because you know you have a workout tomorrow morning. It's just like you just have to be disciplined. No matter what you do, like my dad always told me, like no matter what you do, like you can't go out till like 4 a.m. As long as you wake up the next day and you still have the same routine, like you're good. My coach always told me like you have to be a freak of habits. That's football. it's football. You have to like
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that? That was good. That was really good. Be a what?
Be a freak of habits.
Hmm.
Be a freak of habits. It's just like you have to. It's gonna be that like when you're gonna become older, you have to wake up, go to work, and have to come back, see your families. You have to be. You have to start like really young, and it's just that. And for young players, it's just like the earlier you become like more disciplined, it's gonna be a blessing for you because you're gonna have a step ahead of everyone.
Wow. Okay. That was good. And I'll give you some flowers right now, Bradley. I have to. Okay, I have to. Because what I find is really cool about like the champion beyond the huddle and just the game and sports or leadership in general is that on a day to day, I'm into leadership. It's kind of what I do, okay, in my work. But I find there's no age for leadership. You know,
No age.
certain people with time, they think they become smarter. But I find if you're not wise, smarts don't do anything for you. You have to be wise. And what I love hearing about you and Shekai before, and I'm sure every other athlete will bring on, is that it doesn't matter if we have a lot of generations apart, let's say. I feel you could play in any era with that mindset and make your way with that mindset. So, man, I'm excited for you. Keep going in that direction. Man, that's all I gotta say. Big trust. All right, big trust. Okay. And here's my last question for you, okay, Bradley, is if you wanted to see another athlete on the show, okay, who would it be and why? I'm curious to know. An athlete you know that you can hook us up with.
I'll say Kalen Siam. He played with me. I'll say he's the he can be the biggest speaker of this show because like he started football in Sec 4 with me, and now he's at Macaulay. He's gonna be their starting running back next year, and like he trusts the process. Like he really came, like he was just like playing in our school, and like he came his first year didn't play like that, and after second year finished offensive player of the year for the all RSEQ D1, and after he went to the state, and just in the span of 2 years. So it's just like it's just amazing. It's just like it'll show like every athlete isn't ever too late. It's never too late. Is you just have to believe and trust the process, and that's what he did. And honestly, yeah, he's gifted, but like at the end of the day, he started football just 2 years, and the year after, you're offensive player of the year. You go to the state. It's just amazing. It's just inspiring for young athletes, and I feel like yeah, he's the guy you should talk to.
Okay. So we'll figure it out, man. We'll bring him on for sure. I'm excited to hear more about his story. So this is it for today, Bradley. The goal of these conversations is just kind of get right into it. I feel like there's so much more we can talk about, but I want people to really absorb the things that you were saying because they translate to everything, not just football. You have good people around you. Your coach, whether it's at Baylor, definitely Pascal Fils, all the other people, your parents, they made you who you are today, and it's a damn good young man and athlete, and that's something to be proud of for sure. I'm definitely proud of that when I listen to that.
Yeah, thank you a lot. Thank you a lot.
All right, Bradley. So this is it, guys, for episode 2, Champion Beyond the Huddle. We got Bradley Illunga definitely making his way down at Baylor School. We're expecting great things out of him on and off the field. Watch out for him. Go follow. Where can people follow you, Bradley?
Where what?
Where can people follow you?
On Instagram, Twitter, search Bradley Illunga, you'll find me, or Big Trust.
Perfect. So thanks, guys. See you next time.